Okay, so I have no idea how to start this video off, except that I'm gonna say that this video is gonna be a little bit different from the videos you guys usually see. Yeah, but the first thing I'm gonna say is that I am really, really hyped. So, some of you may know this, but some of you may not, but HBO, not sponsored, HBO confirmed recently that they're going to be doing a series on The Last of Us, which I'm actually very, very excited for because, well, The Last of Us is like one of my favorite games of all time. I'll replay through it any day. Like, I'm actually going to be doing a playthrough on it. As you know, the road to The Last of Us Part 2, since The Last of Us Part 2 is supposed to come out this year, and I want to do a playthrough on it as well. So, I'm going to do a playthrough on the first Last of Us game for that reason. Now, you may be thinking, Rampage, why would you play through it if you already played it? Well, like I said, that's because The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out, and I thought it'd be a good idea to play The Last of Us Part 1 so you guys could see the events of it before you see the events of The Last of Us Part 2 on my channel. So yeah. So this video basically is going to be me talking about my thoughts and who I think should be playing some of the characters in the Last of Us the series. So yeah, and by the looks of things, this one's going to be based off the first Last of Us game, because from how young Joel looks, because in The Last of Us Part 2, Joel looks pretty old, yeah. He looks pretty old, but in The Last of Us Part 1, he looks like he was in like his 30s or 40s, I'm not entirely sure. It's been a long time since I played The Last of Us, yeah, so forgive me if my, memories of it are kind of rusty, but yeah. Anyway, my thoughts on it, well, I think this is a really, really good idea because, well, as a fan of The Last of Us, yeah, a big fan of it at that, I actually wanted to see a movie or a series out of it for a while, and I know a lot of people wanted to see that as well. And it looks like we're getting what we want to see as fans of The Last of Us, which is a series. Yeah, I know there were some people who wanted to see a movie instead as well, but yeah, the series is going to be good as well. And I'm also going to be talking about what I want to see, but yeah. And so far what we got is, this could be the character design for Joel. And honestly, what I think this is a pretty good design for Joel. I mean, yeah, it looks almost similar to the one from the game. Yeah, well, it's not all similar. It's a little bit similar. This looks like the Joel we see in the game, except that, let me get the case here. I don't know if Joel had a goatee, but I could be wrong. Let me get the case for the game here. It's in this big stack of games here. Whoa! Okay, all my games fell. I'm gonna pick that up in a minute. And no, he didn't. He had a full-on beard. Okay, Joel didn't have a goatee. Yeah, I'm sorry to anyone wearing headphones because I dropped my games. That was probably really loud in the microphone. I'll pick that up in a minute. But yeah, so I'm actually really, really excited for the series of The Last of Us. And how long have I been filming for? 3 minutes, okay. And this is what I want to see. I want to see the first season of The Last of Us take place during the events of the first game. I think that'd be a good idea. And season 2 take place in the events of the second game. I think that'd be a good idea. If they make a season 3, they make that for part 3 if they make The Last of Us Part 3. But we don't know about that yet. YouTube notifications, get out of here. Only thing we know at the moment is that we're getting a series on The Last of Us, and by the looks of things, it's going to be based off the first Last of Us game. Which is a good concept right here. That's a good idea right there. Yeah. That's a pretty good idea for a series based on The Last of Us. Yeah. And me, I actually did play The Last of Us, and I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was actually a really good game. The story, the characters, it was really good. But yeah, freaking YouTube sent me notifications. But yeah, so I think The Last of Us should be based on the first Last of Us game, like the first season of it. And the second season should definitely be based on Part 2. Yeah, it should definitely be based on Part 2. And I think that'd be a good concept for the series. Like Season 1, based on the events of Part 1. Season 2, based on the events of Part 2. Yeah. So, yeah, now let's go on to who I think should be playing the characters of The Last of Us. Okay, so my first choice of voice acting would be for Joel, and I think it should be. What's this guy's name? Alright, sorry guys, I had to look up this voice actor's name for a minute because I forgot his name. But I think the first voice actor would be for Joel, and I think the young Joel should be played by Ray Chase. Now, hear me out on this. Ray Chase, well, I think he'd be a good role for Joel because, well, one, they both have a full-on beard. Joel has that as well. Even though the Joel we see in the picture for the trailer has a goatee, but I think that's pre-Last of Us Joel. Like, where Joel witnesses his daughter die. Which still makes me cry, yeah. That death will always make me cry. But yeah, I think Ray Chase will be good as Joel. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Ray Chase was the voice actor for Noctis in Final Fantasy 15, and I think he did pretty good. And I think he should come back with another role if he hasn't yet, which I know he probably did. But yeah, but I think he'd be good for Joel. Let me know who you guys think would be good for Joel in the comments below. Alright guys, so the next one we got Ellie. And if you ask me, I think Ellie should keep her part voice actor with... Dang, I gotta look at her name again. Alright, sorry guys, I keep forgetting names of these voice actors, jeez. But for Ellie, I think she should keep her voice actor with Ashley Johnson, because honestly, I think Ashley Johnson did a really, really good job with Ellie, and she was a voice actor for young Ellie as well, if I can remember right, yeah. I usually don't pay attention to the credits in games, but the reason why I stay for credits in games when I do playthroughs is because I give my thoughts and opinions on a game. And yeah, so Ashley Johnson, I think, should keep her role as Ellie for season 1 of the series. Now we're going to go into old Joe and adult Ellie for the next part. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so for old Joel in The Last of Us Part 2, or The Last of Us Season 2, if it actually happens, hopefully it does. But honestly, I think old Joe should be played by Clancy Brown. Now, for some of you who don't know, Clancy Brown, his roles were Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob and the old guy from Detroit Become Human. I can't put my finger on his name. Hank, yeah, Hank, that's his name. He played Hank in Detroit Become Human as well, which I'm gonna do a playthrough of again, but I'm gonna try and get all the endings in this playthrough, not just the 2 endings we got. I'm gonna do all the endings. So yeah, let me know in the comments below who you guys think should play Ellie and old Joel. Now we're gonna get to adult Ellie and who I think should play her. Alright, now we got adult Ellie, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I think adult Ellie should be played by Scarlett Johansson. Now, hear me out here. Hear me out. I've seen Scarlett Johansson appear in a movie in a while. I could be wrong. I don't know if she appeared in a movie in a while, but you guys can let me know in the comments below. I think the last movie she appeared in was the live-action Ghost in the Shell movie. And she did appear in the Resident Evil movies, I do know that, but I think the last movie she appeared in was the Ghost in the Shell live-action movie. You guys can let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong, but yeah. I think Scarlett Johansson would be a pretty good actor for adult Ellie. That's just me. I don't know about anyone else. Like, you guys can let me know in the comments below who you think would be a good part for adult Ellie, but my personal opinion, I think it should be Scarlett Johansson. So, yeah. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on The Last of Us, the series, and who should be playing them. We have Ray Chase as Joel, Ellie keeping her original voice actor. I can't put my finger on her name at the moment. Clancy Brown as old Joel, and Scarlett Johansson as adult Ellie. I'll give some more thoughts on this on a separate video on who I think should play the characters. But let me know in the comments below who you guys think should play the characters of the series. And let me know your thoughts on The Last of Us finally getting a series in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time.